Hello everyone, in this video I'll be translating and summarizing the latest Urdu broadcast by Imran Riaz Khan to make it accessible for our English-speaking audience. Let's go through the key developments and insights in Imran Riaz Khan's words. Viewers, this is the case of Imran Khan. I have thoroughly investigated this issue. I have spoken to many people whose names I can't disclose right now. This is because at present Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, or PTI, includes all kinds of people, some in the government, some in the opposition, some opposing the system and some supporting it. Therefore, not everyone wants their names revealed. It creates significant difficulties. But the facts I'm about to present to you are exactly what happened. Let's first look at the information we have. We know that Mr. Imran Khan had said the budget would not be passed without consulting him. After that, the big news came that the budget was passed without consulting Mr. Imran Khan. Then it was claimed that the budget was passed to prevent the fall of Imran Khan's government in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. To save that government, the political committee held a meeting and decided that the budget must be passed. This is the version you've heard so far. Now I'll present to you the real facts, which I've gathered from all directions and connected the dots. Here's what actually happened. When there was a protest in the United States against the field marshal, a reference to someone in the military establishment, the establishment threatened Ali Amin Gandapur. Even before that, he was warned. He was told that his government is about to be dismissed. If you want the budget passed, get it done. Otherwise, your government is over. And forget about meeting Imran Khan. Very harsh messages were given to Gandapur. The establishment had made every effort to stop the protest in the United States. They had even sought help from PTI in the past, and back then, PTI had helped stop the protest. But this time, the protest wasn't stopped. In fact, Gandapur gave a public statement about it. As a result, he was threatened. Gandapur has a reputation. Even if he's kidnapped, detained all night, he never reveals what happened to him. He tells bizarre, mythical stories, but never the truth of what actually occurred. So, when he was threatened this time, he realized the government was on the line. He panicked. If the budget wasn't passed, it would be used as an excuse to topple the government. So he started contacting people saying, if the government in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa falls, we'll be left with nothing, just like in Punjab. Gandapur gave a briefing to the MPs even before the political committee meeting. This all happened during two meetings. One was at Khyber Pakhtunkhwa House with PTI members, and the second was an online political committee meeting with, well, about 17 or 18 participants, so not even half the intended number. Now the meeting was initially called to discuss the Iran issue, but honestly, it was quickly redirected to the budget. Why? Because Gandapur had already been warned. If the budget fails, your government is gone. In the political committee meeting, it was said that a parliamentary party meeting in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa had already taken place. That means all the MPAs or members of Provincial Assembly had already sat together. Gandapur briefed them and said, "A conspiracy is being plotted against us. Our government will be brought down. We have a surplus budget. We want this money to be spent on the people. If we lose it, we'll be in the same situation as PTI in Punjab." He added, "If the budget doesn't pass, that will trigger the conspiracy." PTI has, well, 4 or 5 factions in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. There's one group led by Speaker Baba Salim Swati, one by Junaid Akbar, another by Atif Khan, one by Asad Kaiser, and of course Gandapur has his own faction. Allies of Murad Saeed, who are now MPAs, have another. Despite all these divisions, no one opposed the budget. In the political committee, it was said that the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa Parliamentary Party had unanimously decided to pass the budget. The political committee members asked, when the entire Provincial Assembly has unanimously decided, how can we stop it? So they gave suggestions and asked Gandapur how much time they had. He replied, technically the budget can be passed until the 30th. But we must treat the 27th as the deadline. Why the 27th? Because if the budget is passed on the 27th, the governor has 3 days to sign it, till the 30th. If passed on the 30th and the governor doesn't sign, a constitutional crisis could occur, giving an excuse to dissolve the government. So it was decided in the political committee, all MPAs would gather outside Adela jail. They would protest. This was Gandapur's promise. Some guarantors were involved. Alima Khan, Imran Khan's sister, who was about to issue a harsh statement, was told, "Don't worry, all MPAs will reach Adiala before the budget is tabled." But later, this program was cancelled. At midnight, it became clear that no MPAs were coming. They said, 52 MPAs have cases in Punjab. We can't take the risk. They'll be arrested. The budget won't pass. The government will fall. So now they said, we'll come on the 25th after securing pre-arrest bail. Alima Khan agreed to this plan, but then on the 23rd, suddenly the budget was passed. Was this really a surprise? That's the big question. There are 4 or more factions in KP, all claiming loyalty to Imran Khan Gandapur's group, Swati's group, Atif Khan's group, Junaid Akbar's group. Asad Kaiser's brother is an MPA, Umar Ayub's brother is an MPA. Not one opposed it. And the budget was not passed with a show of hands. It was passed with members standing up, which indicates unanimous participation. So it's clear that all factions decided to pass the budget to save the government, because Gandapur was threatened by the establishment that his government would be dismissed. He wanted to save it and got the budget passed before time. The plan was arrive on the 24th, then on the 25th, pass the budget on the 27th. Alima Khan had asked 2 key questions. Of the 5 men Imran Khan has been calling for over 1.5 months, have any of them made one effort to meet him? No one could answer. The 5 included Gandapur, Shibli Faraz, Muzammil Aslam, Umar Ayub, and Taimur Jagra. The second question, how much time do we have? They replied, until the 27th, but the budget was passed on the 23rd. This is the real story. Now, Imran Khan has to move forward, but sitting in jail, it's unlikely he can make bold decisions. And it's Imran Khan's call to decide who is with him and who isn't. He's had many surprises in the past, and more are coming. Mariam Nawaz Khan has reported this matter because, well, Imran Khan had earlier said we should go to the Supreme Court. But honestly, that should have happened earlier. Now it just feels like dusting off a dead matter, and they're going about it in quite a strange way. Ali Amin Gandapur is a chief minister who claims to have legitimate public representation, so what legal strategy did his team actually adopt? Imran Khan said, go to the Supreme Court, so they just showed up at the court. One journalist even reported that they turned up at the Supreme Court without really understanding the legal process. They didn't file a petition, they just showed up, asking Justice Mansoor Ali Shah to take suo motu notice. Even he was put in a rather awkward position. You are knocking on the wrong door. It's better you approach the Chief Justice or the Registrar's office, said Latif Kosa Sahib, adding, sir, you need a blessing, as in deliberately putting the judges to the test. Whose purpose are these people actually serving? Ali Amin Gandapur Sahib just went straight to the Supreme Court. Imran Khan said, brother, there's a proper procedure to approach the Supreme Court. It doesn't mean you just go there for a visit, take a tour, enjoy it and come back. You have to file a legal petition. But here, you ended up in the judge's chambers and your lawyer stood there saying, sir, we need your blessings. This is not the way. This is a court of law. They claimed justice wasn't being served and a hideous conspiracy was being played against the judiciary. But even then, there is a procedure, and at this level, you really ought to know what that procedure is. Later, news came that Ali Amin Gandapur Sahib had filed a petition requesting a meeting with Imran Khan. In the petition, it was stated that they should be allowed to meet Imran Khan Sahib. He also mentioned the letter Imran Khan had written to the Chief Justice, to which the CJ had acknowledged and said evidence was attached, but no action has been taken yet. So, viewers, this is the full story, the gist. All of this happened to save their government. The 4 groups that fight each other day and night, each claiming to be the most loyal to Imran Khan, came together to save the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa government because they simply could not bear to see it fall. They truly believe that if the government collapses, it would be a huge political blow to Imran Khan and themselves. But how did these constantly feuding groups unite? Now they're putting the blame on the political committee. The members of the committee keep messaging and calling me saying, sir, we had nothing to do with this. Salman Akram Raja and others have also said the same. They claim we didn't ask for the budget to be passed. In fact, it was the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa Parliamentary Party, which includes all MPAs, that was briefed by Ali Amin Gandapur. Based on that briefing, the budget was passed. They claim responsibility, and Imran Khan Sahib has swallowed it like he has done in the past. And rightly so at this moment. Making a fuss over it now wouldn't help. Viewers, instead of talking about the budget, about what the poor, farmers, labourers received, or how much relief was provided, we're debating how the budget was passed. This entire controversy is self-inflicted. Had they waited a couple of days and shown some patience? Governments don't just fall like that. There is significant public pressure in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, but another issue is that Ali Amin Gandapur realises he is no longer popular among the people. Imran Khan's popularity is immense, but Gandapur has lost his support. At times he fled over mountains, leaving behind his people, even corpses. That has really hurt his image. He likely fears that if the government falls, no one will stand up for him. They will still support Imran Khan, but not Gandapur. So he did what was obvious and inevitable. Meanwhile, in Punjab, a huge crowd has gathered outside the assembly. Thousands are demanding a 50% increase in salaries, pensions and allowances. Inflation has skyrocketed, but incomes haven't risen accordingly and people are suffering. Dr. Yasmin Rashid wrote a letter from jail stating that there's nothing for the public in Punjab's budget. In the past 2 years, the situation has worsened. 44% of people have fallen below the poverty line, and after the 26th Amendment, hope for justice is gone. Despite all these hardships, the TikTok famous chief minister has spent 40 billion rupees on self-promotion. Our national condition is now worse than that of a banana republic. May God help us. Dr. Yasmin Rashid detailed much more in her letter. But there are things PTI, as the opposition, should have done and simply didn't. Just as we remind the government of its responsibilities, the opposition also has duties. When the farmers' issue arose, such a massive issue, the government devastated the sector. But PTI didn't stand with the farmers beyond issuing statements. Practically they did nothing. When petrol prices increased by even 1 or 5 rupees during Imran Khan's tenure, the opposition made a huge fuss. But now, despite skyrocketing prices of electricity and gas, which they once promised would be free up to 300 units, nothing has been done. There has been no visible strategy or tough stance. Where was PTI on the water and irrigation issues? Instead of acting, all they did was leak information. The sugar scandal during Imran Khan's time led to a storm when prices hit 80 rupees per kilogram and he was called a sugar thief. But now, sugar is 210 rupees per kilogram, a massive loot of 80 rupees per kilogram from people's pockets. First, sugar was exported for profit, then re-imported at high prices, and the public paid the cost. Where is PTI now? Have they spoken up, exposed the mafia, taken any action with the public? Same with the wheat scandal. Billions of rupees were squandered and PTI has done nothing. Despite massive government spending on self-promotion, PTI's performance as opposition has been zero. They are not fulfilling the expectations of the public. Honestly, this government is so incompetent and useless that any decent opposition could give them hell. But PTI seems to think Imran Khan's popularity alone is enough to win elections without doing any real work. It's as if the opposition has given the government a free pass. This government still blames Imran Khan and PTI for things they never did, like saying petrol was 300 rupees per litre during their time, or falsely claiming prices for various goods. Without social media, PTI's opposition role would be irrelevant. PTI has disappointed the public as an opposition. When petrol prices increased by even 1 or 5 rupees during Imran Khan's tenure, the opposition made a huge fuss. But now, despite skyrocketing prices of electricity and gas, which they once promised would be free up to 300 units, nothing has been done. There has been no visible strategy or tough stance. Where was PTI on the water and irrigation issues? Instead of acting, all they did was leak information. The sugar scandal during Imran Khan's time led to a storm when prices hit 80 rupees per kilogram and he was called a sugar thief. But now, sugar is 210 rupees per kilogram, a massive loot of 80 rupees per kilogram from people's pockets. First, sugar was exported for profit, then re-imported at high prices and the public paid the cost. Where is PTI now? Have they spoken up, exposed the mafia, taken any action with the public? Same with the wheat scandal. Billions of rupees were squandered and PTI has done nothing. Despite massive government spending on self-promotion, PTI's performance as opposition has been zero. They are not fulfilling the expectations of the public. Honestly, this government is so incompetent and useless that any decent opposition could give them hell. But PTI seems to think Imran Khan's popularity alone is enough to win elections without doing any real work. It's as if the opposition has given the government a free pass. This government still blames Imran Khan and PTI for things they never did, like saying petrol was 300 rupees per litre during their time, or falsely claiming prices for various goods. Without social media, PTI's opposition role would be irrelevant. PTI has disappointed the public as an opposition. Umar Ayub's statement struck a nerve with Pakistan's security forces. He questioned why the security forces don't stop illegal fuel smuggling from Iran. He says over 72,000 18-wheeler trucks smuggle fuel across 26 bridges into Pakistan. Why aren't security forces stopping them? Are they benefiting from this smuggling? Umar Ayub keeps repeating this point, which clearly hurts the security forces. But more importantly, the opposition should focus on people's issues. If you don't talk about public concerns, the people will start seeing you as irrelevant, and you will become irrelevant to them. When Imran Khan was out, he addressed every public issue and presented full agendas. But now his party hasn't raised even a single real public issue. On the international front, Donald Trump initially issued a strong statement against Netanyahu. Then Netanyahu praised Trump and thanked America for standing with Israel during war. Later, Trump said Israel suffered badly in the final days of the war and praised the Iranian people. He said the ceasefire is a big success and celebrated it. However, Maleha Lodi rightly questioned how someone like Trump, who supported Israel over defenseless Palestinians 8 times, could be nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize. Also, the United States is upset that information about Iran's nuclear facilities being sabotaged was leaked. Although some claim damage was done, reports suggest no such damage actually occurred. That wraps up our translation of Imran Riaz Khan's video. I hope this English version helped you understand his message better. Please like, share and subscribe to Awami Lens to help our community grow. Don't forget to leave a comment below and let me know what you thought of this effort.